Welcome, everyone. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here for this explainer today. You know, if you've ever stared at a search engine results page and wondered what magical formula puts certain companies right at the very top, while yours is kind of just lost out there in the digital wilderness, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're unpacking the anatomy of a page one ranking. We're going to take a really close look at the massive scope of SEO services offered by an agency called First Page Ranks, and our big goal today is to completely demystify what an agency like this actually does behind the scenes. So let's dive right in.
How do local businesses actually get to page one? It's the ultimate fundamental problem of online invisibility, right? I mean, you can have literally the best product or service in the entire world, but if you're buried all the way on page 4 of the search results, you might as well not even exist to the modern consumer. Getting to page 1, it isn't luck, it's actually a comprehensive, highly structured machinery of tactics. And over the next few minutes, we're going to break down that exact machinery.
So here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, the page 1 mission. 2, fixing the SEO foundation. 3, building trust and authority. 4, dominating local and social. And finally, number 5, the SEO pricing blueprint.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the Page 1 mission.
The core mission of an agency like First Page Ranks really hinges on one very specific idea: reaching audiences who matter most. It isn't just about driving random, useless traffic to your website. Traffic is just a vanity metric if nobody actually buys anything, you know? The real mission is targeted visibility, driving ready-to-convert users to your site using strategic, data-backed methods. It's really about connecting your specific brand with the exact audience actively searching for what you do right at the very moment they need it.
Moving right along to Section 2, fixing the SEO foundation.
Okay, think of your website like a house. You can buy the most beautiful, expensive furniture in the world, but if the concrete foundation is cracked, the whole house is going to sink. Technical and on-page SEO, that's your concrete foundation. Let's define this clearly, straight from the source. Technical SEO is the practice of optimizing your website architecture for search engine crawling, indexing, and site speed to ensure a smooth, secure user experience. In plain terms, this just means making sure that when Google sends its bots out to read your website, they don't get confused, they don't hit any digital dead ends, and they can easily categorize exactly what you do.
So, what does that actually look like in the real world? We're talking about the heavy lifting foundational tasks here. Site speed and core web vitals are paramount because, let's face it, absolutely none of us have the patience to wait for a slow site to load anymore. Mobile-first responsiveness is super critical because, well, most users are just scrolling on their phones. We have HTTPS security, fixing crawl errors, and ensuring proper meta tags and keyword placement. The absolutely crucial point here is that these technical fixes make your site readable and genuinely pleasant for both human users and search algorithms. They totally go hand in hand.
And laying that foundation requires a strict, logical sequence. You can't just start throwing keywords onto a page and hope they stick. First, an agency conducts a comprehensive website SEO audit to find all those little cracks. Step 2 is fixing those technical issues and any search engine penalties you might have. Only then, in Step 3, do they actually map out the keywords, which leads right into Step 4, on-page content optimization. It is a highly logical step-by-step process.
Okay, shifting gears to Section 3, building trust and authority.
Once the house is built and the interior is all decorated, we have to look at your reputation in the neighborhood. Think about the big contrast here. On-page SEO is everything you control on your own property, your content, your structure, your keywords. But off-page SEO, that is all about external credibility. It's about brand mentions and backlinks. You know, you can tell a search engine you are the absolute best at what you do all day long on your own website, but off-page SEO is about getting the rest of the internet to actually vouch for you.
I absolutely love this quote from the First Page Ranks FAQ because it perfectly demystifies what a backlink actually is. High-quality backlinks act as endorsements. Think about that. Every single time a reputable site links back to yours, it's a vote of confidence. This is exactly why SEO agencies spend so much time on digital PR, guest posting on authority sites, and securing those brand mentions. They are actively building this huge network of endorsements to prove your trustworthiness to the search engines.
Which brings us to Section 4, dominating local and social.
This is where we focus on your specific street address and how you engage with your immediate community. If you run a local business, mastering this concept is basically everything.
To get actual physical foot traffic, you have to completely dominate local SEO. That means rigorous Google Business Profile optimization. It means ensuring your NAP, your name, address, and phone number, is perfectly 100% consistent across the entire internet. It involves targeting location-based keywords and actively managing your customer reviews. If you want ready-to-buy customers literally walking through your front door, these local citations and map rankings are simply non-negotiable.
But wait, SEO isn't just for Google anymore. It's actually fascinating to see how deep platform-specific optimization goes these days. If you're an e-commerce brand, you need product schema. On YouTube, SEO means optimizing video transcripts and thumbnail click-through rates. On Twitter and LinkedIn, it's all about bio keywords and custom URLs. Even Pinterest requires rich pins and board keywords. The big takeaway here is that wherever there is a search bar, there is an algorithm, and an SEO agency optimizes for all of them.
Now, here is the million-dollar question. If you're a business owner watching this explainer right now, you are undoubtedly asking yourself, how long does it actually take to see results from all this hard work?
Well, the source material gives us a very realistic, grounded answer. Improvements in rankings and traffic usually appear within a few months with consistent optimization. This is so important to understand. Real, ethical SEO, it is not a get-rich-quick scheme. No way. It is a steady, cumulative process of building authority and trust over time. Managing your own expectations about this timeline is absolutely key to a successful SEO campaign.
All right, final stretch. Section 5, the SEO Pricing Blueprint.
We've talked about the what and the why, but now we need to look at the actual financial investment required to make all of this happen. Drawn directly from First Page Rank's published pricing, we can see exactly how the pillars we just discussed translate into actual retainers. You have your foundation work, your on-page optimization, your local SEO, and your high-end digital PR. And you can clearly see how the pricing scales up based on the complexity and labor required for each specific category, presented in Indian rupees for both monthly and yearly commitments. Just consider that 3,700 rupees figure for a second. That is the entry-level monthly starting price for foundational keyword research. I really wanted to highlight this to ground us in the financial reality. SEO is a very accessible investment. You can start with just laying the foundation and then scale up to aggressive digital PR as your business grows and your budget allows for it. But remember, an SEO retainer is an ongoing relationship. It's a continuous loop of audit and research, strategy implementation, ongoing maintenance, and performance monitoring. Did you know search engine algorithms literally update thousands of times a year? Plus, your competitors are constantly trying to outrank you, meaning SEO is never truly done. It requires constant health checks and adaptation.
And as you make this ongoing investment, the absolutely most critical factor is that your agency uses white hat SEO. This means employing ethical, sustainable strategies that strictly follow search engine guidelines. Look, black hat tactics might get you a quick little bump, but they will eventually result in severe penalties that can literally wipe your website off the map entirely. White hat methods ensure your investment yields long-term, penalty-free growth.
So, we've unpacked the anatomy of a page 1 ranking today. We've looked at the foundation, the authority building, the local optimization, and those financial blueprints. I want to leave you with this one provocative question to think about. Is your digital footprint ready for page 1? Take a hard look at your own online presence through the lens of these pillars we've discussed. Finding those gaps is the very first step toward claiming that top spot. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.